Dear students, we are completing the classification of polymers up to fourth type. Now the last type is the classification of polymers based on growth polymerization. Growth polymerization. Classification of polymers. Classification of polymers based on growth polymerization. So, depending upon the growth polymerization, we have two classes. One is chain growth polymer and step growth polymer. Here, polymers are further classified into growth, that is based on the growth polymerization. We are classified on the basis of growth polymerization as two types. One is chain growth polymer, second one is called as step growth polymer. What actually is the meaning of this chain growth polymer? So, chain growth polymer is nothing but the polymer which is obtained during the series of reactions, let us say, series of reactions, during which one active particle, one reactive particle is to be consumed, and at the same time another reactive particle is to be produced. So that means chain growth polymer is obtained during the series of reactions. It is formed during the series of reactions where one reactive particle has been consumed, at the same time another reactive particle has to be produced. What it means, you see, so reactive particle in the sense it may be cation or anion or free radical, free radical. The free radical anion or cation. So that means cation is positively charged, anion is negatively charged, but free radical is an atom or group which contains a single electron. So any atom or species containing the single electron is called as the free radical. Free radical is an atom or group of atoms containing that is single electron. That is called the free radical. For example, so that is CH3 dot methyl free radical, Cl dot chlorine free radical, that is Br dot bromine free radical. Like this you see, or even if you write X free radical, Y free radical. This is how we can write the free radicals. Of course, cation is positive charge, anion is negative. So totally we come to the conclusion that we see chain growth polymer is the polymer which is formed during the series of reactions during which one reactive ion or particle is consumed, at the same time another reactive particle is to be produced during the reaction, and this chain growth polymer takes place or occurred during the addition polymerization. So therefore you see chain growth polymer is nothing but the addition polymerization product, or chain growth polymer takes place during addition polymerization. So during addition polymerization chain growth polymer is formed. So this is how chain growth polymer can be explained. So now for this, what is the example for chain growth polymer? So it is polyvinyl chloride (PVC) or polythene or polystyrene. So these are there is polymers, chain growth polymers which are obtained during chain growth polymerization, and chain growth polymerization is nothing but the addition polymerization, in which we are going to get polythene. So the mechanism of these PVC or polythene can be studied afterwards. Now second one. So second one is step growth polymer. Step growth polymer. So step growth polymer is nothing but the polymer. Step growth polymer is nothing but the polymer which is formed during the, or it is formed due to the intermolecular condensation polymerization. not addition polymerization, intermolecular condensation polymerization. So therefore you see, so step growth polymer is obtained during the intermolecular condensation polymerization, and example for this step growth polymer is, that is nylon 6, nylon 6, or that is becquerelite. Becquerelite is nothing but phenol formaldehyde resin, terylene. So these are the polymers which are obtained during step growth polymerization. Therefore, this polymer which is obtained during step growth polymerization is called the step growth polymer, and it is formed in the condensation polymerization, not addition polymerization. So nylon 6, becquerelite, terylene. So manufacture of this can be studied afterwards. Now this is the last classification with respect to polymers. That means you have studied the classification of polymers based on different concepts. You see, last concept is growth polymerization. So in that, chain growth polymer as well as what? Step growth polymer. What? Now after this, we have to manufacture some of the polymers. Manufacture of polymers. Manufacture of polymers. Some polymers, important polymers. So first one, I am going to take polythene. Polythene. You know that the polythene is nothing but the polymer of ethene. So it is obtained. You see, CH2 double bond CH2. It is ethene. You see, n number of ethylene molecules are ethene molecules. So undergoes polymerization, giving polythene. You know this, CH2 single bond CH2 of bond. This is L. So this is polythene. But here you see this polythene is of two types. One is low density polyethylene and high density polyethylene. Low density polyethylene, high density polyethylene. So low density polyethylene, if you take there is low density polyethylene and high density polyethylene, the manufacture will be same, but the conditions are different. Conditions are what? Different. So let me take that is low density polyethylene. So manufacture of low density polyethylene, that is LDP, let us say LDP. So first one, for the preparation of LDP, low density polyethylene. So large number of ethylene molecules undergoes polymerization in presence of high temperature and high pressure. High temperature of, that is 1000 to 2000 atm pressure. This is the atm pressure, and a temperature of, that is 470 to 573 Kelvin. Of course, high temperature and high pressure. So therefore, all the ethylene, n number of ethylene molecules undergoes polymerization. So that is addition polymerization giving polyethylene. So this is low density polyethylene. Remember, low density polyethylene is obtained by subjected to high temperature and high pressure. High temperature of 473 to 573 Kelvin or 1000 to 2000 atm pressure. High temperature, high pressure should be applied so that ethene is converted to polyethylene. That is for the low density polyethylene. So next, so this low density polyethylene, of course, it is chemically inert and it is poor conductor of electricity. For this reason, you see, it is used in the that is insulation of wires and cables, and also it is used in the, so that is manufacture of ties and some flexible pipes, etc. PVC pipes, you know. So those are the important aspects with respect to low density polyethylene. Let me take high density polyethylene, HDP. HDP. So of course, this low density polyethylene is prepared in terms of oxygen catalyst. Remember, one more catalyst needs to be applied here. Catalyst, that is low density polyethylene, oxygen catalyst. or even you take peroxide gas. So high density polyethylene, you see. High density polyethylene, the equation is same. You see, that is CH2 double bond CH2. You have to take N molecules, ethylene molecules, undergoes polymerization. We will get polyethylene CH2 single bond CH2 of bond. This is of course that is the high density polyethylene HDPE. It is low density LDPE. So therefore you see HDPE high density polyethylene is obtained by heating with large number of ethylene molecules at a temperature, low temperature and low pressure. Low temperature of 333 to 433 temperature. Low pressure 5 to 7 atm. Here we are using 1000 to 2000 atm pressure, but here we are using only 5 to 7 atm. If 470 to 578 is only 330 to 433. Low temperature, low pressure for high density polyethylene. But in presence of one catalyst is there, you see that catalyst is called the, so that is the Ziegler-Natta Natta catalyst you have to use. You see, Ziegler-Natta catalyst. So that you see large number of ethylene molecules or ethene molecules undergoes polymerization, giving them high density polyethylene. So that means you see this high density polyethylene is it is very hard, tough polymer, you see, high density polyethylene. So for this reason, it is used in the manufacture of buckets, dustbins, etc. Okay. So and then flexible bottles, okay, etc. So for this reason, high density polyethylene play an important role in almost all the manufactured plastic items, you see, plastic materials. So any of you see the difference between these two polymers. What is the difference between these two polymers? Low density polyethylene is obtained. Low density polyethylene is obtained at high temperature and high pressure. In terms of oxygen catalyst. But high density polyethylene is prepared under low temperature and low pressure. Low temperature and low pressure. But we are using one catalyst, that is called the Ziegler-Natta catalyst. What is meant by this Ziegler-Natta catalyst? Ziegler-Natta catalyst is a mixture of that is titanium tetrachloride, plus triethyl aluminum. Triethyl CH5, triethyl aluminum. It is a mixture. What is Ziegler-Natta catalyst? It is a mixture of titanium tetrachloride with triethyl aluminum. This mixture is called the Ziegler-Natta catalyst mixture. Okay. So this is to be used to prepare high density polyethylene. So this is how we can manufacture the polyethylene. Two polymers are there. Polyethylene, that is low density polyethylene and high density polyethylene. Okay. Next. Next we are pass on to some other polymers, you see, polyamide polymers. Just here, polyamide polymers. So polyamide polymers are nothing but the polymers which contains amide bonds, amide linkages or amide bonds. What are amide linkages? That is CONH linkage. So that is polyamide polymers are nothing but the polymers which contains amide linkages or amide bonds. Amide bonds means CONH bond is called amide bond. So now, what are the examples for these amide polymers? You see, that is important examples are nylon 6,6 and nylon 6. So these are the two important polymers with respect to polyamide polymers. So we have to manufacture nylon 6,6 and nylon 6. One more thing you see. So polyamide polymers are obtained by the condensation polymerization. That is very, very important. In the case of polyethylene, we have only addition polymerization. Here we have to have, that is by the condensation polymerization we can manufacture the nylon 6,6 and nylon 6. So here these polymers will contain amide linkages, even terylene also is terylene. So here that is for the manufacture of nylon 6,6 we are going to use polybasic acids and or dibasic acids and diamides. Dibasic acids and diamides we are going to use for the manufacture of this nylon 6,6. As you know, in the last class I have explained this manufacture of nylon 6,6 again. Also, let me take the nylon 6,6 first. Manufacture of nylon 6,6, nylon 6,6. What is the history about this nylon 6,6? Nylon 6,6 is polyamide polymer, and this nylon 6,6 is manufactured by using two monomers. One is adipic acid, second one is hexamethyldiamide. Diamide. So these are the two important monomers used for the manufacture of nylon 6,6. But one more thing you see, adipic acid as well as hexamethyldiamide. What is the formula for this you see? So that is CH2 4 times single bond COH, single bond COH. So this is adipic acid. What is the formula for this? This is hexamethylene di 2 times amine NH2. So that means adipic acid is CH2 4 times COH. This is dibasic acid as you know. But is hexam 6 times hexamethylene CH2, hexamethylene di 2 times NH. So this is hexamethyldiamide and this is adipic acid. When they are undergoes condensation polymerization at 553 Kelvin, you will be getting nylon 6,6. One more thing you see, why is nylon 6,6 called? So nylon 6,6 was so called because both the raw materials used for the manufacture of nylon 6,6 will contain 6 carbon atoms each. You see 6 carbon atoms. Here you see adipic acid contains 6 carbon atoms. This is 4, 5, 6. Here also 6 carbon atoms in this. So therefore, both the monomers, both the raw materials used for the manufacture of nylon 6,6 will contain 6 carbon each in their molecules. See, therefore it is called the nylon 6,6. Why this nylon? How actually it was having the name this? So this nylon was given the name by using due to these two cities you see, New York and London. That means nylon name was derived from two cities. After the two cities, New York and London. In the New York, NY. In the London, NYL. So for the sake of two cities, New York and London, NYLON, nylon. 6,6 means, so the two monomers will contain 6 carbon atoms each in their molecules. Therefore, it is called 6,6, not 66. Okay. Anyhow, you see, when these two monomers are undergoes condensation reaction, you will be getting, of course, nylon 6,6. Let me see how actually. So I am going to take this N molecules of adipic acid plus N molecules of hexamethyldiamide. N molecules of adipic acid, N molecules of hexamethyldiamide. So when it undergoes condensation reaction at 553 Kelvin, gives rise to water gas. So then you will be getting, here I am going to write this product. So during the condensation reaction, some simple molecules like methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, water molecules or ammonia, like that you see simple molecules have been removed from the reactants or the monomers. Here H2O molecule is removed as OH from the COOH and H from the NH2 group. You see NH2, out of NH2 you have to remove only one hydrogen atom, then it becomes NH. So that means from the COH group you have to remove this OH group, from the NH2 you have to remove hydrogen atom. That means OH and H is H2O. So since it is N molecules, it is also N molecules. You have to remove, that is minus 2N H2O. So then, so if this molecule is here to this side, you have to remove this OH group, because this OH group is come across with this NH group if it is present. Likewise, you see, if another COH group is here, you have to remove this one hydrogen atom out here. So therefore, the remaining molecule, obtained molecule becomes, you see, that is CO. This is CO. This is half bond, and then this is CH2. How many times? 4 times. Single bond. This is CO. Again, single bond. You have to remove this plus, and you know that is N single bond H. This is NH. This is NH. So this linkage is called the amide linkage. Amide linkage. Therefore, it is called the amide polymer. CONH, and then single bond CH2 how many times? 6 times. Single bond NH, that's all. This hydrogen atom, if it is come across with another COH, that H is to be removed. So right N. So that means you see, so this polymer, long chain polymer, that is a long chain big molecule, is called the nylon 6A. Nylon 6, 6, which contains amide linkage, that is COH. So this is how we can manufacture the nylon 6,6 now. You see, nylon 6,6. So let me take another that is a polymer which is called the nylon 6 again. That means nylon 6,6 is manufactured by the condensation polymerization of adipic acid with hexamethylene diamide at 553 Kelvin, so that nylon 6,6 is obtained. So since each molecule in the that is monomers, adipic, both adipic acid and hexamethylene diamide will contain 6 carbon atoms each in their molecules. So therefore, you see, it is that is designated as 6,6. And of course, nylon name was derived from the two cities. After the two cities, New York and London. You see, New York, London, NYLON. Okay, that's all. Now, let us manufacture one more that is polymer, that is nothing but nylon 6. It is a very simple polymer, you see. Nylon 6 is manufactured by only one that is a monomer, which is called the caprolactam. So this caprolactam is like this, you see, that is CH2, NH, CO. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4. One more should be there, you see. 5. That is CH2. One more CH. So and again CONH should be there. That is CONH. So this is the molecule which is nothing but caprolactam. That is CH2 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. CH2 5 times CONH. That's all. And here you see, this is caprolactam. I am going to take N molecules of caprolactam. So N molecules of caprolactam is taken, and it is heated with there is water molecules at about 530 Kelvin temperature. So therefore, you see, this caprolactam will undergo decomposition actually here, and you will be getting CONH bond in between the polymer, you see. So the breaking of the bond takes place here, that is CO and NH, and you will be getting like this, you see, CO, CH2, how many times? 5 times. That is CH2 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. CH2 5 times. Single bond NH, and then and you have to write here. And it is nothing but nylon 6. Why it is called nylon 6? Because you see, the monomer, that is caprolactam monomer, will contain only 6 carbon atoms in its molecule. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you see 6 carbon atoms. Therefore it is called the nylon 6 only. So therefore it is nylon 6. Of course here also we are having that is CONH linkage. So therefore you see, anyhow you see the polyamide polymers are nothing but the polymers which contains amide linkages, amide bonds. Example is nylon 6,6 and nylon 6, only two are there, and the manufacturer is like this. And this nylon 6 is also used in many it is used in the preparation of many materials, you see, like flexible bottles, toys, and it is of course it is also used in the manufacture of some pipes, you see, nylon 6 pipes and etc. Even we are going to use it in tire cards, you see, tire cards, okay. So it is also used in tire cards. It is very tough and hard, you see, hard polymer. Okay, we will continue in the next class.